This is having a physically
it's
deleterious
a physical
effect.
problem.
Yeah.
It's a physical. Not to go into addiction.
No, but because I mean, honestly, well done to make us all think this was lighthearted and geriatric, but it's actually clinical.
No, it's clinical.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had to go in like prescription omeprazole.
Yeah.
Whoa.
For a month and a half.
Welcome, everyone. We are here in Tabernash, Colorado, up in the Rocky Mountains. This is the ADHD Adulting Fireside Chat, which is a unique opportunity for everyday ADHD adults to connect, share advice, and learn from one another how to thrive with this condition. Tonight's topic, New Year, New You, resolutions, routines, and relapse.
My name is Lindsay Pitre, and I have ADHD. Diagnosed in the teens, made it to the 30s, we're hanging in there strong. Day job would be director and producer. Been dealing with it for 20 years now. Yeah, there we go. I have a twin. He was diagnosed first, and mom took me in with him, and he was put on Ritalin. And I was put on Adderall later on because it started to show in my academic performance. We weren't taught coping mechanisms, not at that age. It was, here's a pill. Your performance will enhance, you'll go to the right school, and having traumas and anxieties associated with, these hyperactive spells, because for me, it just kind of comes in spells. I can usually calm myself down, make myself concentrate, but it's taken decades to learn coping mechanisms. I had to find a really good therapist, teach myself about these things, because there are ways of working just habits into your life that just make it a little easier.
So the question is, what behaviors, what habits do we need to either form? Oh my God, I'm gonna use, for Catherine Moore, who used to name Kitty Cat Momo, there's a professor at my undergrad. She would say, hold on tightly, let go lightly. Which behaviors and habits do we need to hold on tightly to? And which do we need to this one is a let go lightly of, right, or hold on tightly to?
This isn't let go hardcore.
Great.
Last year, I directed my first documentary. The subject matter. But because of the subject matter, I got stressed out. And when I stress, I drink Diet Coke. I love fizzy shit. So beer to Diet Coke, whatever's in the middle, I will drink it as long as it makes me burp. And I burp into the mic all the time. Aaron saw it tonight.
Sound check.
So for my own health and wellness, I turn to these things, and I know it's terrible for my stomach to drink fizzy drinks. This sounds like I'm 88.
It did air a little bit on the geriatric. Yeah. I gotta get rid of the fizzy drinks, the fizzy sodas. Yeah.
But no, because when it's weird because it's not just the nicotine, because I do smoke. And when I'm on set, I smoke. Absolutely, because I need that break. I need the silence. I don't need to think about anything. I'm just inhaling.
A filmmaker who smokes?
Oh, who? David Lynch? Who's that?
Wild.
Stephen King? What?
Are you telling me that's like a stressful kind of job?
Yeah, go on. Yeah. So my alternative is Diet Coke. And I do not have Diet Coke. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't have Diet Coke in this house because I'm truly addicted to it. Or fizzy things in general.
Yeah, I feel you. So out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, but when I type, when I start to go into the screenplays and shit like that, I like to have something cold and fizzy, aka a DC.
A DC.
We've done code. But I'm cold DC. I do nothing like a cold DC, and especially because my partner doesn't drink, so if we go out or anything like that, I'll order a Diet Coke. It's easy. But a habit that I need to change is that because it is now ruining my stomach lining in terms of an ulcer. And I burp into the microphone.
What a cool come around. I was not a great storyteller. you're clearly a very good doctor. I didn't understand what the burping to the microphone. Now I get it. This is having a physically
It's a
deleterious
physical
effect.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a physical. Not to go into addiction.
No, but that would no, because I mean, honestly, well done to make us all think this was lighthearted and geriatric, but it's actually clinical.
No, it's clinical.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had to go in like prescription omeprazole
Yeah.
Whoa.
for a month and a half
Whoa.
while I was filming because I didn't want to stop drinking Diet Coke.
My God, that's a lot of DC.
It was. When you get an ulcer from Diet Coke.
No, I'm hearing it. Oh, I'm now there.
At least I have my teeth.
Wow.
Yeah. And that is something that we see in the statistics is ADHDers do have higher rates of health problems, especially things like diabetes and stuff like that, right? Congestive heart failure, like where we have more of those health implications because of, well, impulsivity, because of some of the
and compulsive
behaviors that we do.
It just comes out of your mouth. It flows. Like we're sitting at a bar, the crew and I are chilling, and oh, well, you want a Miller Lite? No, I'll take a Diet Coke. I don't want to be left out.
Oh, and that's also so complicated because it got morally mixed, right? Like it got mixed. It got to, remember you were saying it was an anchor point, an emotional anchor point. It got anchored to this emotional, moral, like oh no, I'm not drinking. I'll have a soda. Yeah. And there's actually a cultural respect to that. Oh, cool. You're not. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. You wouldn't think to say, hey, no DC.
Well, so many. To come back to the substance use thing. So I used to run intensive outpatient treatment substance abuse groups, and how many people, right, would come to the group. They'd be struggling with addictions of different forms, whether that's drugs or alcohol or whatever. Sugar, nicotine. Those would be the things that were present. Even the director would come with brownies and cupcakes and all sorts of sweets, and she'd be like, yeah, everyone wants these. I'm like, yeah,
what
they're substituting. This is their addiction now. You're just killing them slower. But and then they'd have, and then halfway through the group, what would they do?
Crash.
Smoke break.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And me, right, as who was not smoking, right? I actually did have one relapse in that group. Just one. Because everyone was smoking.
That's so crazy that your relapse happened while leading a addiction prevent. I just wanted to frame that, because that's striking.
I mean,
yes,
put it like that.
Because of how intense addictions are.
Yeah.
Right? I was sitting there smelling around wafts of smoke, everyone smoking.
All the behavior you can see is engaging in the thing you're trying
Yeah,
to
Yes.
and they're not going to judge you for it.
No,
They're going to
don't
welcome
care.
you. Yeah.
So I felt this overwhelming urge in that moment. I need to have a cigarette. So what I did, I embraced it with self-compassion. I said, I will have one. And then I'm going to not have another. And I'm not going to do this again. And I did. I stuck to that. Right? Actually, the next time, I went out to the smoke break and then didn't smoke. And I kept going back out and putting myself in that discomfort and then not smoking. I'm going to have the smoke break and I'm not going to smoke.
This brings me right back to like the sidebars we were having early days when you were doing these, and how Aaron opened my eyes with a great deal of avarice to the contradictory, like the just disgusting contradictory behavior of some of these clinics, and that clearly is one of them. Is just the what is it, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And the fact that it like literally Aaron was like, this feels like a bad idea, and then cut to him like, fuck. Like that's like one to one, right? Yeah.
In those years, third, fourth, fifth grade, I played piano and I painted. Having those artistic outlets at the time and being super interested, I could focus. I don't think it was prevalent or anybody could see it because I wasn't acting out. It wasn't these let's call them standards that psychologists and psychiatrists set. Part of the adulting part is I've been able to mask. I don't believe I need to look a certain way or anything like that, but I still need to function. And I know I'm going to have those moments where I'm having an existential crisis in my brain in a room of 250 people, and I have to keep my shit together.
We don't have to go to any sort of order, but just like essentially, are there any habits, any pivotal habits, any things that you think, hey, this has like changed my life, or this is the thing that I've really learned that I think is important to share with the ADHD community, with other ADHD adults? If there's like one thing that you'd want to share with people that are trying to adopt new habits, new strategies, what would that thing be? Just rapid fire.
Yeah, what would you have told yourself
Go.
when Googling?
I thought I had imposter syndrome.
You thought you had imposter syndrome.
I thought, because like going into a new move, I mean, as a producer, okay, you know what the lineup's always going to be and what it should look like. But then sitting in a different position from a different angle and actually being able to do it yourself and not question yourself, fucking fantastic. And I didn't question myself. I thought, like, going into my first shoot, I'm like, I can't do this, I can't do this. What am I doing? I didn't go to school for this. I don't have the education. And then I did it. And it's done.
You know, in the day-to-day when I'm not on those shoots or doing anything like that, I can implement my coping mechanisms and keeping a healthy lifestyle and keeping good friends and family close. I think the support system is also essential. Finding a good partner or finding somebody who can support you in your everyday struggles. I have found a different type of presence in myself, like being present. You know, in 2025, we have all these things that we don't have to think about as much as we used to. Paying bills, you know, it's all auto now, and it's been easier. But I also think in some ways it's been more difficult because when I'm in a room and I'm overstimulated, what does that look like to other people? And that still pops up in the back of my mind. Embracing the quirks and running with it is just, I think it's the highest form of functioning with it. Unabashedly, you know, no shame attached. Because I think people who attach shame feel a guilt. There's no progression if you're stuck in that. That's a part of anxiety. Reminding yourself that there's no shame in being a little different.